Srimad Bhagavatam 1081 21 to 23. Here we are in the situation where Sudama has returned back, and as he approaches the area of his home, what does he see over there? Iti tachintyan antaha. When he was just contemplating inwardly, praptonya gruha antikam. So he came near his home, near gruha antikam, in the vicinity of his home. And what did he see over there? Wonder of all wonders. Surya analendu sankshay sankasai shair. Surya anal endu. So the standard metaphors for effulgence, beauty. Surya is sun, Anala is fire, Indu is moon. Surya anal endu. So all these convey luminosity, although they can say bright. There is brightness of different kinds. Sometimes the sun's brightness can be blazing. The moon's brightness is soothing. Now, of course, the moon's brightness might not be sufficiently bright. So Surya Analendu means this was a brightness that was comforting, that was uplifting, that was wonderful. So he said, Sankashay means this was rivaling. It was better than that particular brightness. Yes, each of these rivaled, but because it is combined, it was even better. Vimanai sarvato vrutam. And not only that, the beauty is described. So normally when we come to a particular site, what do we see? Often the effulgence, the brightness, that's what catches the eye. We come to a room, first, this is so bright, this is so dark. The first thing that catches the eye, the luminosity. Now once the luminosity has been, how luminous it is, that is seen, then after that, it described Vimanai Sarvato Vrutam. That means it was a place that was not just one palace. It seemed like there are multiple structures over there, not just one structure. What is the structure of the place? The structures were, there were palaces, and many palaces were there. So it was almost surrounded by palaces. And that's amazing. He had a small cottage over there, a hut over there. And Vichitropavono Udyanai. Then after that, first you may say, okay, it's a beautiful beautiful palaces like structures are there. But what more is there? Sometimes a person may have a palatial kind of home, but around it is filth and squalor and poverty. But here it's not at all like that. And around is what? There are gardens, there are parks, there is natural beauty all around. So around the architectural beauty, enhancing it, complementing it, is the beauty of nature. So it was magnificently opulent, but it is not gaudy opulence. It was elegant opulence. So gaudy means it's flashy. Somebody is like trying to, it's not at all gaudy. It is not gaudy, but it was not gaudy, not flashy. It was elegant. It is beautiful, soothingly beautiful. Then Upan Udyanai, and the natural beauty is described further. It was not just trees. There are also Kujat Vijikula Kulai. So Kujat is there were cooing birds over there, and not just one, but varieties of birds over there. So just listening to this can make our mind feel so calm and soothed by this. Kujat Vijikula Kulai. And not only were there birds, there are also flowers. There is also Protfulla Kumudamboja. There are blooming flowers. So Kumud Amboja. Kumud refers to a night blossoming flower. Amboja refers to the day blossoming flower. And then apart from that, it's not just lotuses. There were others also which were there. Kahalar Utpallavari bhi. So Kahalar Utpalla. Kahalar is lotuses were there, white shining lotuses. There were. Then Utpalla, water lilies were there. And not just water lilies, then there were reservoirs of water. So Bari bhi. Now reservoirs of water can come in many different forms. There can be fountains, there can be lakes, there can be ponds, there can be waterfalls. So each of these adds beauty in its own way. Varibhi Jushtam Sulankritai Pumbi. And now, after describing it, it was not just a structure that was just existing and it was abandoned. Beyond that, there were people. And those people were also attractively dressed. It is Jishtam Sulankriti Pumbi Stribi. So there were attendants over there. Male servants and maid servants. And those attendants were also elegantly dressed. If we consider some people say a person who is a king or a person who is extremely wealthy, their wealth is seen not just in the opulent clothes that they themselves wear, but also their attendants are also dressed in finery. They're well dressed. So like that, here also, Jishtam Swalankriti Pumbi Stribi. Now, what are the nature of the Stribicha? Harinakshi bhi. It's described that the women were also attended, well dressed and they're beautiful. So the women were like deer-eyed, which shows their beauty. Kim idam. So, and seeing this, he has 3 questions. So Kim idam. Oh, what is this? So Kim idam. The Kasya Vasthanam. Whose place is this? So, what is this? So sometimes we expect something. So it's like 3 levels of questions. Kim is, what is this? Then whose is this? And how has it come about? 3 questions he asks over here. So Katham, Kimidam Kasya Vasthanam, Katham Tad Idamityabhut. How has it come about over here? So what is this place where, okay, if we come in our vicinity and we see there's something completely different. Sometimes we may come to our own home after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, maybe our native place is there, 30 years, and we say, hey, the locality has changed. Is this the same locality? And we say it's not the same locality, it's the, is this actually somebody else has built a big house over here? No, this is my place, okay. Exactly my locality only. It is not just, so what locality am I in? Beyond the locality, okay. Whose property is this? If it's my property, it's exactly on my property, then how has it come about? How is originated, created, manifested? How was it as originated? So that's the questions. He's amazed, he's intrigued, and he is talking to himself. And when he's thinking like this, talking to himself, what happens next verse describes it as it. Evam mimam samanam tam. Mimam samanam tam. When he was thinking in this way, at that time, the people over there start responding, and he also started acting. Evam mimam samanam tam. Naranaryo maraprabha. Naranaryo. There are males and females over there. Amaraprabha. Those effulgence was like celestial, like the Devatas. So they were like, the attendants were like celestials. So the celestials are the people who normally we attend to. But that means if the celestials come, we try to serve them, we try to care for them. But here the normal hierarchy is, normally the humans they attend to the celestials. Attend to mean they serve the celestials. But here, these celestial attendants were serving a human being. That is Sudama. So his position had become not of similar to not just the Devatas, but something bigger than the Devatas. So Devata-like beings were serving him now. Na pratyagrahanan mahabhagam gitavadyena bhuyasa. So pratyagrahanan mahabhagam. Pratyagrahan means they welcomed him, they greeted him. Oh, greatly fortunate with mahabhagam. Gitavadyena bhuyasa. So they gave him a warm and grand reception. If the owner of a house comes back, then quite often the entire household staff is there standing in line to receive the owner, especially if the owner is coming back after a long time. So the owner observes everyone. It's like the nearest equivalent we may have today is like a march past or standing in attention when the head of state of one country comes to another country, and then they have a guard of honor over there. Everybody is standing welcoming. So like that, there is this grand welcome for Sudama. So we see over here, he had a very warm and intimate welcome by Krishna himself. But when he comes back home, there is a grand reception. So it's interesting that when he came to Krishna, he came unexpectedly, and Krishna did not arrange a grand reception for him. There is no guard of honor like that or anything like that described. But the warmth of Krishna's welcome was such that it overwhelmed him there. So there also he was overwhelmed, there also he is overwhelmed. But earlier, the overwhelmed was by the intimacy, by how warmly, how lovingly Krishna has hugged him. Krishna has got him to sit on his own consort's bed. The intimacy was in Dwarka. But when he has come home, here it is the grandeur of the welcome. And he is amazed by this grandeur. And that is at home. We recognize that you are a great person, you are an illustrious person. Welcome back. So in this way, Sudama's fortunes are dramatically transformed.